Hello students, welcome to a study doubt. This question is from physics, chapter ray optics. In the question it is given that figure 9.21 A and B, means here we have two figure A and B, shows refraction of a ray in air incident to 60 degree with normal to the glass air and water air interface respectively. So according to the question, we have two medium, air and the glass in figure 1 and water and air in the figure B. So if the incident ray moves from air to glass, as you see the angle of incidence is 60 degree with respect to air. This is angle I with respect to air and angle R is 35 degree. Now in the second figure B, incident ray moves from air to water. So this 60 degree is the angle of incidence. So now in the figure first and figure second, means figure A and figure B, angle of incidence is same, but the angle of refraction is different. We can write it as R1 and this we can write it as R2. Now in the second part of the question, what is given? Predict the angle of refraction in glass when the angle of incidence in water is 45 degree with the normal to the water glass interface. This is our figure C. Incident ray moves from water and bend in the glass medium. So this angle of incidence is given. Let's take it as I1, and but this one we have to find. Angle of refraction we have to find. We assume as R3. So to solve this question, we are going to use the Snell's law, or it is the first law of refraction. So according to the Snell's law, we say that sin I by sin R is equal to refractive index. So let's write it. So this is our Snell's law formula. Sin I by sin R is equal to N21. And what is N21? N21 is the refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1. So in the first figure, if we consider figure first, we can write refractive index of glass with respect to air. So this is the refractive index of glass with respect to air. Similarly, with respect to second figure, we can write NWA, refractive index of water with respect to air. Similarly, for the third medium, we have glass and water. So incident rays from the glass to water. So for the figure 3, we write NGW, means refractive index of glass with respect to water. So this refractive index of glass with respect to air can also be written as Ng by Na. It means that what is Ng and Na? These are the absolute refractive index. And how we can define absolute refractive index? So absolute refractive index is a refractive index of a medium with respect to vacuum. Similarly, this NWA can be written as NW by Na. Again, it is a absolute refractive index. Now, refractive index of glass with respect to water is Ng by Nw. So this is our absolute refractive index of glass and absolute refractive index of water. Why we are doing it, I will explain you shortly. We can use this relation for further solving. So let's use the Snell's law for the figure A, B and C. For figure 1, Snell's law is equal to sin I is equal to 60 degree by sin R1 is equal to, here it is given as 35 degree. So we substitute as 35 degree is equal to Nga. It can be also written as Ng by Na. For the second figure, angle of incidence is same, and angle of refraction is 47 degree. It's equal to refractive index of water with respect to air, so NW by NA. For the third figure, we have angle of incidence. Its value is 45 given in the question. Sine angle R, this value we have to find, is equal to refractive index of glass with respect to water, so Ng by Nw. To find this, first we have to find the relation of Ng by Nw. How we can find it? See, if you minutely see these two relations, Ng by Na and Nw by Na. So if you relate these two together, from there we can find the relation of Ng by Nw. So let's take this as relation 1, this is relation 2, and this is relation 3 here. Divide relation 1 by relation 2. So Nga by Nwa, it is also equal to Ng by Na into Na by Nw. And let's substitute the value sine 60 by sine 35 into sine 47 divided by sine 60. So let's cancel this sine 60 value, and here Na and Na gets cancelled. So we got it Ng by Nw is equal to sine 47 by sine 35. So sine 47 value, if we use the calculator, is equal to 0.73 and sine 35 is 0.57. It's equal to 1.28. So now we got the value of Ng by Nw. It's equal to 1.28 and it is also equal to Ngw. So let's substitute this relation in our equation third. So here we know that sine 45 by sine R is equal to Ngw, and this Ngw is 1.28. So let's substitute it here. Sine 45 by sine R is equal to 1.28. Sine R is equal to sine 45 by 1.28. Sine 45 is 1 by root 2 into 1.28. So here we can say that sine R is equal to 1 by 1.414 into 1.28, 1 by 1.81. So sine angle R is equal to 0.55. So angle R is equal to sine inverse 0.55. So its approximate value is 33 degree. This is the answer of this question.